But you also need the kind of economic changes to underpin the political changes. If people don't have jobs or a future for their children, or in some cases are worried about whether they're going to have enough to eat in the future, it's hard to think great thoughts about a democratic future. You need to also have that strong underpinning of the economy. Again, back to my point about doing better with less. I think the European Union, again, has a big job to do in helping to support the economic life of our neighbourhood, not just in terms of the ability of the institutions to be able to give support, but what we can leverage. And in both Tunisia and in Jordan, we've developed this concept of a task force, which we will roll out in other countries too, not just necessarily in our southern neighbourhood, but as a model of how you bring together the different aspects of economic life within the sense of political life too. So what we've tried to do is use the leverage of the resources that we have within the institutions to be able to bring in the financial institutions, the European Investment Bank, the Bank for Reconstruction and Development, to be able to bring in the World Bank, to be able to support the Africa Bank being part of this, to bring in as well the politicians, members of the European Parliament, to work with the politicians in these countries, not just on how you develop democracy, but also how you build the kind of economic aspects to democracy that are going to be so important. How you work on developing small businesses, the backbone of any society. How you support infrastructure development to be able to support your economy, building of roads, building of houses, building of the capacity for people to invest, to help to support what I've described as change without chaos. We've managed to do that in a way that has been, I think, reasonably successful. So in Tunisia, we were able to translate our resources into 4 billion euros over 3 years, and to bring, as well as all of those institutions, many private sector companies who came to be on television with me and explain how they wanted to invest in that country. And the same with Jordan, where we've translated our resources into 3 billion euros over 3 years and brought lots of private sector interest, enabling the private sector, in a sense, to be part of the challenge of how do we support these economies into the future, and to take advantage, if you like, in the best possible sense of that, of the opportunity that can be created, all of us working together. It's a different kind of comprehensive approach, but it fits for me because it's what I've described as economics meets politics. Strong economic growth, strong support for the building of communities, strong support for education, vocational training, economic life and growth, linked to the strong values of democracy deep in the society of the future in those countries. So that is, in a sense, how we've tried to approach our role in the neighbourhood.